Since its monumental UAAP title win in 1986, the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons had always looked forward to a reprise. However, not having kept up with its competition in the years succeeding the championship year made those next seasons quite dismal for the Maroons, as rebuilding from the touted Altamirano-Magsanoc-Paras era had been a letdown. Until the year 1996 came when Maroon shirts started to fill UAAP venues such as the Blue Eagle Gym, Ninoy Aquino Stadium and Araneta Coliseum once more. Recruiting notable upstarts in the national youth circuit behind the efforts of legendary former coach Joe Lipa and benefactor Rudy Mendoza, the UP Fighting Maroons had been seen as a title contender again with Coach Eric Altamirano at the helm. Prized acquisitions. Reinforcing its top gunner recruited directly from its high school program, Rudy's son Paolo Mendoza, the Maroons likewise enlisted the services of 1996 Philippine Youth team mainstays ace point guard Joseph Ogie Gumade, an imposing big man and soaring leaper Bryan Gahol. This is in addition to prized young ballers Dexter Rocco and Alan Gamboa, shooting marvel Jonathan Chuchu Serrano, marksman Patrick Madarang, and reliables Peter Fabie, Bing Victoria, Andrew Lapina, Kelvin de Chaves, Renren Cayetano, younger brother Alan Peter, and Jasper Javier. The late Gahol, who passed away in 2014 in a vehicular accident, was considered the biggest factor behind UP's feared surge in season 59 as he was the dominating force in the paint alongside Gamboa, making it possible for Mendoza and Madarang to snipe away, with Gumade and Serrano navigating from the backcourt. The Fighting Maroons were unstoppable and considered a title threat to the dynastic Ust Growling Tigers at that time, who had since ruled the UAAP wars for 4 years. They didn't disappoint, ending the eliminations in third place with a 9-5 record. For the first time since the playoff format was implemented in 1993, the Maroons were in the Final Four, facing the second-placers and defending champions Tigers, who had the twice-to-beat advantage. UP showed its mettle in their Final Four matchup with the imposing Ust 5, led by future PBA players Chris Cantonjos, Estong Ballesteros, Dale Singson, Richard Yee and Gerard Francisco, keeping the game close until a final spurt by the Tigers made them lose steam with a 56-63 defeat. Ust would then advance to the finals, wherein they annexed their last title in their four-peat against the De La Salle Green Archers. Season 60 run. Devastated by their loss, the Fighting Maroons entered Season 60 with guns ablaze. With NCAA Juniors MVP Jenkins Messina, Mark Jamalisa, and Edric Ferrer added to the lineup, and now coached by Nick Jorge, the Maroons even ended the first round at 6-1 thanks largely to Mendoza's scoring binges that included a record-setting 48 points in one game against the Adamson Falcons. While they floundered in the second round, aggravated by a season-ending injury to Gahol, the Maroons still had enough victories to make it to the Final Four for the second year in a row in fourth place with an 8-6 record, facing the twice-to-beat FU Tamaras. In contrast to its previous Final Four appearance against the Ust Growling Tigers, that led to an immediate exit, their series against the Tamaras went the full distance. Undermanned, the Maroons proved outers wrong with their spirited push against the Tamaras, which were composed of the streak-shooting Ronald Magdalis, wily and spirited court general Anastasio Robin Mendoza, impressive wingman Michael Oliver, defense specialist Edwin Manabit, and three-point deadeye Edwin Bacani. Behind Mendoza's heroics, the Maroons trounced the heavily favored Tamaras in Game 1, with a thrilling one-point victory, 70-69, forcing a do-or-die match for that UAAP Finals ticket. Closest to finals. After 10 seasons, this was the closest the Maroons got to the UAAP Finals. After engaging the Tamaros to a dogfight with a grippingly close match all throughout the contest, their dream of finally repeating the glory of 1986 was about to come true. It was dashed, however, with a heartbreaking one-point loss to Fu, eerily with the same final score in their previous outing, only that it went the other way, 69-70, with Magulus leading the onslaught. Fu would then cop its first UAAP title since season 55 over La Salle in the finals. Its once promising stature in the UAAP had since skidded, and UP was never the same through the next 2 decades. But, as alumni with the help of more benefactors and sponsors boosted the team with another set of prized additions to the lineup, the UP Fighting Maroons, now under coach Bo Parasol, have that fighting chance of reaching the Final Four anew in season 81. With MVP hopeful Bright Acuity, Paul Desiderio, Juan, and Javi Gomez de Lajo, and June Manzo commanding the charge, their chances of reaching the Final Four, 21 years after their last appearance, seem brighter than ever.